So most of us spent yesterday celebrating, honoring, and acknowledging our mothers for all that they do. Mother's Day is a day that is near and dear to many of our hearts. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine a life without a woman that sought after you in this crazy world. Imagine a world without her advice, home-cooked meals, and a humor that only moms can have. Maybe even her fighting spirit. Now open your eyes. What would that world look like for you? Probably vastly different than the one you're living in right now. Adjusting to this new normal has made it impossible for us to visit our people in the dread that this disease can spread even more. I'm talking about coronavirus here. At the top of the year, this issue was never a factor on anyone's radar, but now that it is, we must adapt to survive. Hello, Victors. My name is Greg Cross, and I'm a representative of Vitamin Angels, a nonprofit organization which helps undernourished pregnant women and babies at risk of malnutrition. Howard Schniffer founded Vitamin Angels in 1994, drawing on his experience as a midwife and his success in the natural products industry. Today, as a leader of Vitamin Angels, he's helping us reach millions of women and save newborn lives on a global scale. Our goal is to minimize pregnancy deaths that could potentially result from this vicious disease as coronavirus. Your donations can provide essential masks, ventilators, and other expenditures for coronavirus patients. The sublime issue right now lies in our uncertainty about COVID-19. COVID-19 is a highly contagious respiratory disease. Right now, there is limited information about the effects of COVID-19 on pregnant women, but what we do know is, even with the seasonal flu, pregnant women are more likely to get it than the general population, and they are also at higher risk for more severe outcomes if they do get it, according to Stephanie Gaw, medical doctor and doctor at University of California at San Francisco. In the next couple minutes, I will be speaking to you, victors, about how you can help spearhead change. By donating to Vitamin Angels and providing you with information so you can feel more confident that your money is igniting real change and saving lives. Topics that will be featured today are day-to-day life, life of mothers, and children. Day-to-day life has been an adjustment in and of itself. Scheduling your days to maintain sanity has become a normalcy and has forced us all to reflect. But reflection isn't that bad though. Hopefully each of you will come out of this government-imposed quarantine with a new skill of sorts. I challenge you to see new ideas in daily life that you may have not noticed before this pandemic. Take this speech, for example. I'm giving it to you from behind a computer screen. This has been an adjustment that has made me appreciate the beauty of speech development. Now to the studies. As of May 9th, there were approximately 1.2 million confirmed cases of coronavirus in the United States. 1.2 million may not involve you or your immediate family, but this virus has claimed the lives of 77,000 and counting. So victors, I ask you to do your due diligence and be responsible so that we can conquer this pandemic together. These statistics were gathered from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, known as the CDC, and cases in just the last couple days are up to 25,000, and the deaths are up to 1,500 nationwide, just in these past couple of days. Medical professionals claim the numbers will start declining, but with the help of your dollar, it can help these mothers that are involved in these numbers become healthier in no time. Just think of that mother-to-be, left alone to her thoughts while this disease is transmitted so easily. The physical changes during pregnancy also compress the diaphragm and reduce lung volumes overall, says Stephanie Gaw. So because there is increased stress on the respiratory system, you have less backup to compensate for the increased work to breathe. Now, while the opportunity for newborn survival is high, mothers-to-be are at risk of surviving this pandemic. One study from China reported that out of 33 infants born to mothers with coronavirus, 3 tested positive just days after birth, possibly through uterotransmission, which is a vaginal birth. With women being at their weakest point during childbirth, antibodies may not be as durable as they were. That is the issue that is faced with the rise of cases associated with this virus. With your charitable donation, mothers can receive supplies to get their lives back on track. You could be the victor and help us eradicate this disease for your mother, grandmother, or even a motherly figure everywhere. Like these pregnant women, children are also at risk to contract the disease. Children are just as susceptible to the virus as any other person on the planet right now. In the beginning stages of the outbreak, it was presumed that children were immune to the disease, Unfortunately, after a few pediatric cases, we found that was not the truth. According to Stephanie Gau's priority study, sparse case reports from China of around 30 pregnant women with coronavirus show the outcomes in the reports are relatively mild. All the women survived. They didn't seem more likely to have the illness and didn't have any evidence of the baby having the illness. But with the volume of adult deaths being very distressing, children are not succumbing to this at a fast pace. So to cover today's briefing, we discussed topics of day-to-day life, mothers and children living with coronavirus. We also talked about the due diligence to become educated on this topic that can save lives, and your contribution to the Vitamin Angels cause. You are the victors, and we will conquer this infectious disease if we take proper precautions. Thank you for your time.